doing what the FBI should be doing, on getting the truth to the American people, on dealing with bad guys. Kash Patel's doing a great job. Pam Bondi at the Justice Department, Todd Blanche and their team are doing a great job. And that's the good news. So I want to thank the chairman, both the chairman of the subcommittee, the chairman of the full committee, and all these guys behind me who work on the Intel committee for the good work they did over several years, as you know. And of course, we really want to thank on that day the Capitol Hill Police, who saved our colleague's life and did so much good work in a terrible situation. But for the FBI to give us this baloney and hang with that crazy story for this long, but for the work of these folks, we'd have never got the truth. But them telling us the wrong thing is consistent with all the other BS they did over the last several years. Thank goodness we got an FBI that's now focused on doing the work they're supposed to do. I yield back to the chairman.
Thank you. I thank the chairman, and I also thank Dr. Jackson, chairman of the subcommittee. You all have been provided with this report. I want to clear something up. This is not an investigation. This is a report, an assessment, if you will, of the FBI's investigation of that incident. So it's just important to note. I know this can be a difficult topic for folks here particularly on Capitol Hill, but we're glad you're here today. And our committee's objective in this report is to address the analytic integrity issues as we've laid out here before you today. So with that, we've got time for a question or two if anybody wants to ask one. Yes, sir.
Will you look at other shootings as well, other mass shootings? Will you ask the FBI for their case file on those and also produce a report on other shootings?
If it's indicated, certainly. I think what we've seen here by asking for this was 8 years in the making. And obviously, this was a very political in nature. As we've indicated here, and as this report indicates as well, this was not suicide by cop. There were some anomalies here that required that we be involved. And so we've got multiple courses of action we can pursue on any given number of topics. And but we're here today to talk about this particular incident.
Have you had any conversations with Leader Scalise about your report and what's his reaction to this?
Yeah, I'm not going to speak to Leader Scalise's personal response, but yes, we did. I spoke with him at length about this. He's very well aware. And as you can imagine, very difficult topic for him to address, but I'll let him do that on his own terms. But he was advised of this well in advance.
You touched on this at the top, but kind of go a little bit more into detail about how long you guys have been looking for answers, trying to get some assessment on what the FBI was looking at when it was doing its investigation.
8 years. We've been looking for 8 years. And it wasn't until back in March when we had our global threats assessment that Director Patel decided that he would comply because, I mean, he understood what it was we were asking for and how long we had waited. That wasn't the first time we had asked by any means. There were members that are no longer in Congress that were part of this committee. There were members that are no longer in Congress that were part of other committees that had been trying for literally years to get that report. And so this report that you have in your hands today is the culmination of 8 years worth of requests. And so, hats off to Director Patel, but also to our staff here who's done a fantastic job in a very short time to be able to illuminate what the problems were with that report or with that investigation. One more? Anybody? Nope. All right. Thank you all. We appreciate it.
Yeah, where is that? Can I get that? It was just on my. It was just if you find it, send it. I will. I will. I was telling him, Jim, this morning. You know how you do.
Sounds good.
Well, thank you all for being here. Can you hear me okay? I'm Congressman Rick Crawford. I represent Arkansas's 1st Congressional District. I have the privilege of chairing the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence, or HPSI as we refer to it. I want to thank you all for being here today. A lot going on, so I won't spend a whole lot of time today. I'm joined today by the Chairman of the House Intelligence Subcommittee on Oversight and Investigation, Dr. Ronnie Jackson, and the Judiciary Committee Chairman, Jim Jordan. I want to thank both of them for their partnership in this effort. Most importantly, I want to thank current and former Intelligence Committee members and staff who spent significant